What's up, TCG fam? It's your girl, Tiffany, and I am back with another Coffee Corner with T. So, as you guys can tell by the title, we have a topic today. And we are going to discuss this topic. What lessons from your childhood have most impacted your life? So we're going to give everyone a few minutes to come on in. We will give everyone a few minutes to come on in, and then we will start our morning discussion. We generally do Coffee Corner with T at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, this morning I had a lot of things to get done. So I came on at 10. All right, let me just share this out real quick. How is everyone doing this morning? I'm just finishing up my breakfast juice that I still have left. So I'm not drinking coffee on Coffee Corner. However, we're not changing the name. It's still Coffee Corner with T. I'm just finishing my juice that I have from breakfast. Let me see who's in here. Silos Eats, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. 8 Pipe, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Lisa Lutt says, good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Good morning, Lisa. William the Unknown, shout out. Hello, hello. William says, when I was a little kid, I got stung by 5 wasps. 4 stung my back, and 1 stung my left arm. I didn't even feel the sting on my left arm until I saw it on my left arm. Oh, no. I hate bees. Let me tell you a story real quick. When I was younger, well, not really young, but I was like maybe in my teens, I was pissed off at my mom, okay? So we were having an argument, and we lived in a condo at the time, and they were like all together. So I left, and I slammed the door, and I was like, I hate you, when you're mad. And so I left the house, and I went to behind the building where we lived, and I went and I was like just sitting. I went and sat in the grass because I was just getting away from the house, and I was just pouting, being a little spoiled teen, right? So I went and sat down in the grass, and when I sat down in the grass, I was sitting there for a couple of minutes until I felt this burn. I mean, it was burning so bad, and I was like, so I stood up real quick, and I was like, what is that? And so I'm looking all over the ground thinking, did I sit on an object or something? And when I looked down, there was this smashed bumblebee. And I was like, oh my gosh, this thing must have stung me because my butt was burning. So now here I am all mad at my mom, and I have to go back to her because I got stung by a bee in my butt. So moral of the story is, don't be a brat. No. So yeah, I had to go back home, and my mom had to get the stinger out of my butt. That's just a little side story. Okay, so we're going to start our discussion this morning. I'm a little stuffed up. I think my sinuses are bothering me this morning. 1 minute, it's cold outside here. The next minute, it's snowing. The next minute, it's like 60 degrees. So, I just can't with Ohio anymore. So our topic is, what lessons from your childhood have most impacted your life? Now, that being said, I will let you guys go ahead and tell me first if you guys have any life lessons that have impacted your life before I get started on my discussion. Let's see who else is here. 8P says, how's your morning, sis Tiff? It is good. It's good. It's been busy. Most of you don't know, but I run a business from home as well as doing YouTube, as well as being a full-time mom, as well as doing another 5,000 things. But it's been really, really busy. Pageant season is here. And so I have been super, super busy. So most of you that don't know, I do pageant rentals. I make custom kids clothing, hair bows, tutu dresses, diaper cakes, etc., etc., etc. So, Nick Mo, good morning, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Jeffrey, Jamestown Baseball Commissioner, says hello, everyone. Hello, Jeffrey. Good morning, guys. So, I'm just finishing up my breakfast. I don't have coffee, but you guys can have your coffee and we can still have our discussion. Okay. So, if anyone has any lessons from their childhood that they would like to share with us, please, by all means, share with us. We would love to hear it. Maybe we'd like to comment on it a little bit, or, whatever. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the first life lesson. I have a couple of life lessons that have actually really, really have impacted my life as an adult. So the first one that I want to talk about is my dad passing away when I was only 6 years old. My mom had a hard time raising 5 kids on her own after my dad passed away. So it was very hard for her. But, the life lesson of my dad passing away when I was only 6 years old, it really, really did impact my life as an adult, as a teenager, all the way growing up. It really, really impacted my life, because not only did I always feel this emptiness, but, when you're 6 years old, you don't really know what's going on. You do know that, your parent is explaining to you that the other parent, died, and that, they're not going to be with us no more. But at that age, you don't really understand death in itself. So you kind of know what's going on, but you don't really know what's going on, if you know what I mean. So at this point, I'm 6 years old. My dad passes away, and, for the rest of my life, literally, I feel like it did impact who I was, because I knew the reason why he passed away, if that makes sense, guys. My dad used drugs, and he got water on the brain. He had hydrocephalus. He had cranial surgery. And then he essentially passed away. So I think the reason I knew he passed away really, really impacted my life, because knowing that drugs did that, I think always made me steer clear of doing drugs, because I always had in the back of my mind, like, oh my gosh, drugs killed my dad. So, now some people could have taken that and went a different way with that, had a hard time because a parent passed away, could have turned to drugs. But, that wasn't my situation. Good morning, Rico Bizarre Foods. Rico says, hey, TCG fam, and everyone in the chat. Good morning, good morning. So that was my first life lesson that impacted my life, was my dad passing away at 6 years old. Another life lesson that I think impacted my life from my childhood would be that my brothers were always being incarcerated. Both of my brothers were always being incarcerated for theft. As they got older, drugs, just numerous things. And, I feel like maybe they turned to, doing things because we did lose our father, but that's not an excuse, and I don't make an excuse for them. There's never a reason to just decide to go out and, commit crimes or do drugs or whatever. Nothing is ever an excuse for me. I feel like no matter what circumstances you're given, you could always turn it around and do something different. You know what I mean? So my youngest brother was always going with his friends, stealing cars, in and out of juvie, in and out of, when he got older, jail. And then eventually he went to prison, which is where he is at right now. He's still there as a grown man. So, and it seemed like every time he got out, he just did something else to go back. So I feel like once you're that young and you're in and out, that you do get institutionalized. And when I say you're institutionalized, that means you don't know how to live on the outside anymore. So, I feel like although he's in there right now, when he does get out eventually, that he probably will go back. There's a 9 times out of 10 chance that he will go back because he's institutionalized. Now, I never really had a relationship with my brother because, like I said, he was in and out of juvie and he was always gone for long periods of time as a kid. So I feel like that situation has impacted my life also as a child into my adult life. Hello, Olivia Susvilla. Welcome to the chat, guys. Santina Love, good morning. Happy new week. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. So that is another situation that impacted my life. And like I said, my brothers always being in and out of juvie and jail and prison. That also impacted my life to not want to get involved with the law or not want to get into trouble and not go to jail or anything like that. It kind of made me who I am today, where I wanted to live my life, I won't say perfect, but in a better way. And it also formed who I am as a parent and a mother, and how strict I am with my children, because I didn't ever want them to get in trouble with the law or turn to drugs or, do things like that as well. So 8P says, hello, sis Olivia. Santina Love says, I'm sharing this to thank you so much, Santina Love. So that is another situation that helped to, impact my life as not only a child growing up, but an adult of who I am today. So another life lesson that has impacted my life is that, growing up, I never really had, how can I put this? I had a mom, but I never really had the support from my mother like I feel like kids should have. So, growing up, like, we all have parents, and your parents are supposed to teach you things. They're supposed to help form who you are into your adult life, because ultimately when you turn 18, typically you leave your home and you go out on your adult journey, right? So I don't feel like I had that support up until I was 18. So basically I was doing things on my own and learning things on my own. And when I became an adult, before I was an adult, I was living on my own. When I was 17 years old, I moved out of my house. I was 2 weeks before I was 18, and I tell this story all the time. I was 2 weeks before I was 18. I moved out of my mother's house because I couldn't stand living there anymore. And we were just always arguing and fighting, and I just couldn't take it. So I moved out on my own. I actually moved out with someone else, and I had a roommate, and we shared, the cost of an apartment. I was working, and I had to drop out of school actually at 17 because I was, living on my own, and I needed to afford to live on my own. And I could not go to school and work to do both full time. It just wasn't possible at 17. So I will say this. Those life lessons have definitely formed who I am as a person, who I am as a mother, who I am as an adult. But I also feel like, I observed a lot of things. I'm a real big observer. So I observed a lot of things. Like, I would look around and I would see like the troubles that my brothers got into, and I would just kind of observe the way that my mother was with us growing up, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I felt like she was not very loving. She was not very caring. She was not very supportive of her children the way she should have been as a parent. So I always thought to myself, well, when I have kids, I'm not going to be like that, and I'm going to do things differently, and blah, blah, blah. So I feel like that did impact my life growing up. So when I had kids of my own, I always made sure that they always knew that I loved them, that I was always very loving to them, that I was always supportive of anything that they wanted to do, etc. But I also made sure I was very, very strict as well, because I didn't want them to get into trouble. I didn't want them to turn to drugs or turn to the law, etc. Now, my kids are typically very good kids. I have to say, Gabriella is a teenager. She's 16. She's a little mouthy. She can get on my nerves at times, but she's a really good kid. She doesn't get into trouble. She doesn't go out and do drugs. She doesn't do things that other teenagers may or may not be doing. Now, my 6-year-old, she is just an absolute sweetheart. And Gabriella was the same way when she was her age. She's always like trying to do something nice for someone. She'll make a coloring picture and she'll bring it to me and she'll go, "Here, Mommy, I made this for you." Or, "Here, Daddy, I made this for you." Or she'll make one for her sister and say, "Here, Gabriella, I made this for you." I mean, she's just always doing something for someone else. And it's like both of my kids were that way at that age. They're just always wanting to be like a people pleaser. And that's a good thing and that's a bad thing in a way, because you don't want to always just do what somebody else wants you to do or what you think they want you to do just to make people happy, right? So on this subject, those are the things that I feel impacted my life as to who I am today. So you guys can go ahead and comment on some of the things that I said. If you have any questions about anything that I said, please feel free. Go ahead and ask. Like I've said a million times, my life is an open book. I will answer any questions that you have. Unless it's too personal, then I may say no, because that might be for another video. I do Q&A videos and I do life vlogs sometimes to where I answer questions about my life and who I am, where I came from. But let's hear some of your childhood life lessons that you may have had. If you guys have any childhood life lessons, please share them with the chat down below. And in the meantime, I will see who has joined us. Keeping Up with the Griffins. Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming. Olivia Suss Villa is still in the house. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. So, please go ahead. By all means, share down below if you have a childhood life lesson that maybe impacted your life as an adult. I would love to hear it. I'm sure the chat would love to hear it. And let's talk about it. I want to hear something. Let me see. Make sure this music isn't too loud. Okay, that's much better. Sometimes I can't tell what the music sounds like until I, listen to it myself. Good morning, Maryland's Family Vlog. Good morning. Yes, coffee. Well, I'm finishing my breakfast actually. Because I've been so busy this morning that I normally have my breakfast juice at 9:30, but I was so busy and I had to start at 10 this morning. So Santina Love says, do you think people who have been institutionalized, spend a long time in jail, can ever live a normal life on the outside? No. I used to think that maybe it was a possibility, but they never really do live a normal life. And let me explain what I mean. They can pretend to be one person on the outside, but ultimately we don't know what's really going on in their head and things that they're really thinking and things that they're really doing when nobody is watching. And I say this because my youngest brother has been in and out of juvie since he was 9 years old. 9 years old. In and out of juvie, in and out of boys village, in and out of jail, in and out of prison. He's still there right now. His last prison bid was 13 years. Well, like 13, 14 years. Well, I want to say 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. And then he got out and we all thought, okay, he's had enough. He's going to try to live a normal life now. I think he's an older man now, so he's, ready to live life. And, he's probably over this childish bullshit, but apparently not. So he moves in with his girlfriend, who he's been writing back and forth throughout the years. And she and he had dated when they were in middle school, high school, sort of, I guess. And there was a situation where they wanted to be together, and she lived with her grandparents, and her grandparents wouldn't let my brother come over and see her and whatnot. And I think it was probably because he was always in trouble. But they were together one night, and the grandfather had came in and caught them together or something. And I don't know what happened, but he stole the grandfather's van and took off in it. And whatever happened, well, he got in trouble. He got locked up for it. And then eventually when he got out, they were still together. They still talked, the typical teenage love, and our parents aren't going to stop us from being together, blah, blah. So they kept in contact throughout the years. Later in life, they kind of lost contact. And, because he was locked up for so long and whatnot. And then she was married and all this other stuff. And something happened to where they got reacquainted, and she started writing him, and that he was writing her back and stuff. Okay. When he got out, he went to go live with her. And most of you don't know, when you get out of prison, you have to have a place to go to. You have to have an address that you have to go live at. So he gave her an address. He went there to live there, and it was all bad. It was all bad. From the minute that he went there, it was all bad. He was like telling her what to do, bossing her around. Now, mind you, he didn't have a license, but he would be driving her car. And she couldn't stop him because, he would just do it. He would just take her car. He would just do that, go places. Or if they were driving together somewhere, he'd say, I'm driving, and just start taking her car. And they would argue about it. And basically, she just had to shut up and deal with it. Or, whatever. He was just really, really controlling to her. And there was this situation that had came up where he made her make him lunch. He made her make him a sandwich or something for lunch. And she was making both of them a sandwich. And he would not let her eat until he was finished eating first. Now, you ask why? Because in prison, these things happen. So in prison, this is his mindset. Things like this happen to you. you don't think that they do, but they do. People will take your food and they will eat first, make you watch them eat, and then they will allow you to eat your food. Things like that happen, torture, different things. So all this stuff that had happened to him in prison, this is things that he was putting out on her. He was completely acting like a monster. He was doing like really, really gross stuff. She would tell me, like, when they got into an argument or something, that like he would be picking his boogers and flicking them on her floor. She got brand new carpet, so just to spite her, he would be flicking them on her floor. And her dogs would have accidents now and then where they would poop on the carpet, and she'd always clean it up and stuff because they were older dogs. And she would go to work and he would be home with her dogs and whatever. Well, he would purposely not let the dogs out so that they would shit all over the floor. And then he would like smush it into the floor and stuff and do stuff just to spite her if they were arguing. He was bringing girls to her house and like screwing them in her bed and stuff. Like, it was just crazy. There was just like all these things that he was doing because he was institutionalized. He took one of those small little bats. This was like the final hurrah. This was like the final thing that he did. He took one of these small little, I don't know if you guys know, when you go to a baseball game, you can buy like the souvenir bats that are like little bats. Well, I guess she had one of those. And like, he took that little bat one day and he literally beat her with it. She had bruises and welts all over her body. Okay. All over her body. And so she calls my mom and tells my mom, like, you need to come and get your son. I don't want him at my house no more. You need to get him out of here. I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to call the law on him, but I will. She didn't want to get him in trouble because she felt bad. He had been locked up for so long and all these other things. She just wanted my mother to get him and get him out of there. And what does my mother say? Oh, you guys are fine. Just let him be. He's mad right now. He's just blowing off some steam. Just let him go. Just let him calm down. And then he'll be fine afterwards. Blah, blah, blah. Like, who says that to somebody that literally just got beat with a little bat? Who? But I'm going to tell you who. My mother. Somebody who is always, always enabling her sons, which is why they were always in trouble. When they were younger, every time they went to JJC, she'd get them out. When they went to jail, she'd bond them out. When they got into trouble, she would get attorneys and pay for their restitution and things like that. But it was always the boys. The boys always got in trouble, so she always did things for the boys. Now, the girls, we never had any of that. We didn't, of course, we didn't get into trouble like that, but we never got the attention that the boys got. And I feel like it's because they were always in trouble. But, he was literally doing things to her that he had done to him in prison. So when you ask, can someone live a normal life? No, absolutely not. When you are institutionalized and you are in prison for that many years, so many things happen to somebody. So many things go through one's mind that you can never really live a normal life. So no, absolutely not. There were just so many things that he had went through and things that have happened and things like that no, it just was not a possibility for him. And so he got out, he beat her with the bat. That happened. And he went back to jail for that. And I don't know exactly what happened, but he got out. He spent a little bit of time. He got out. And then he went and hung out with somebody else that was a friend of the family. And they went and robbed a house. And the house had cameras. And so he went back to prison for that. And that is what he is back in prison for right now. So he is spending, I don't know, I think he got another, I don't even know how many years, honestly, because I don't pay attention because we don't interact and I don't have anything to do with him. So, you know, I don't even know how long he got, but it's a long time. So he's going to be there for quite a while again. I would not be surprised if he eventually does not die in prison. And I say that because he's been in and out of prison for so long that he's an old man now. I mean, he's in his 40s. He's not a young man. So by the time he gets out of prison, I mean, let's think about it. People generally, I mean, in life, generally die around the age of 60 something, right? I mean, normally. So he's getting pretty close to his 60s. So if he keeps this in and out, chances are whenever he does pass away, he might be in prison. All right, let's check the chat for a minute and see who's here. Marilyn's Family Vlog says, hi, keeping up with the Griffins. Keeping up with the Griffins says, Marilyn's Family Vlog, hey, hope all is well. 8 Pipe still here. Santina Love says hello at Marilyn's Family Vlog. Myra Matibag says Tamsak. Thank you so much, Myra. Welcome back to our chat. We haven't seen you in a very, very long time. 8 Pipe says love. Marilyn's Vlog says hi, Santina Love. Santina Love says yes, I understand perfectly. Olivia says Villa's still here. Santina Love is like, yes, girl. You don't even know the half of it. I know someone going through it right now as we speak. Yes, they can never live a normal life. And honestly, they may act a certain way because my brother, when he was around other people, acted a certain way. But when he got home with her, these are the things that he would do. So he was acting one way on the outside, but he was really going through it in his mind when he got home and he was with her. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Santina Love says, so sad. Yes, it is very sad because I lost my brother at 9 years old. That's what I say, because he was in and out and he was never around. So I don't even know my brother. I don't even know who he is as a person. The only thing that I know is of what I see, and he's a monster. I don't even accept him as my brother, which is very sad. Olivia says, love. Santina Love says, hello at Futima's Kitchen Channel. Futima's Kitchen Channel, UG, greetings. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Big Drippy's in the house says, hey, good morning. Good morning, Big Drippy. Santina Love says, welcome all. Please thumbs up the live as you come in. Yes, thank you so much. My moderators are always on it. I love it. Thank you, guys. Santina Love says, totally agreed, Tiff. Yes. Myra, still here. Thank you. Olivia says, Myra Matibag, mega love shout out. Mary Ann Aviendo. Hi, good evening from, and I don't even know what that flag is. Is that a Philippine flag? Somebody tell me. I don't know. 8 Pipe says, just listening. I don't know all my flags. I apologize. I used to. When I was in school, I used to know like all the states, all the capitals, all the flags. Like I was a real social studies buff. I loved social studies. 8 Pipe says, just listening. So no, I don't think you can ever live a normal life after a long prison term. Now, if you were in prison maybe a year, and that's even rough. If it was just a year, yeah, maybe you can get out and still get some type of counseling or something to where you can live a normal life. But after a long period of time, no. I don't know. I would say that's a Philippine flag because I've seen it before, but I don't know. Let's see. Hi from Philippines. Yes. Okay. Good. I was good. Okay. So I didn't get it right. That's a good thing. Olivia says, couple. Guys, we are trying to promote our all-inclusive membership. Please think about joining our all-inclusive membership. We are trying to boost up our memberships, but also, as you guys know, we are on a 60-day juice fast journey. So we are sharing only private things with those all-inclusive members. And let me just say this. We have personal before photos that I would never share with anybody. Either would Big Belly Boo Boo, but we are sharing the pictures, we are sharing weights, we are sharing things that are private with those members. So please think about joining that membership, our all-inclusive membership, even if it's only for a month. It's basically like giving a $25 super chat because that's what it cost for the month. And then after this month, it always asks you to renew. You don't have to renew if you don't want to, but we want to share some of these personal things with some people, but we're only doing it to those exclusive members. So please think about joining that membership as we're trying to boost our memberships, okay? And if you don't want to join that membership, we would appreciate if you join any membership at all. So yes, on that topic, have you guys had anything from your childhood, any life lessons that have impacted your life as an adult? That is our topic today. So if anybody would like to share something with us about a childhood lesson that has impacted your life, we would love to hear it. We would love to talk about it. We would love to comment on it. I always like to hear some things about you guys and get to know you guys better. Like I said, my life is an open book. I don't hide anything. I'm not embarrassed of anything because it's life. We all go through things. Some people go through things worse than others. When I was younger, I used to be embarrassed of my brothers because when I went to school, everybody knew my brothers. Like, they were really popular. And then they always got into trouble too. So people would know that. So then when I would come to school and then people would hear my last name, they would be like, oh, are you related to blah, 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 blah? And I'd be like, yes, unfortunately. But, I used to always be embarrassed about it because everybody would know that my brothers were in trouble and that they were always, in jail and in prison and in JJC, in juvenile. So it was just like, I was embarrassed. But I'm not embarrassed as an adult because I'm like, hey, that was them. That's not me. So I don't care. Olivia says, love. Santina Love says, hello at Big Drippy, at Olivia, at Mary Ann Avenida. There we go. Santina Love says, oh, you doing the juicing too? Good for you. My daughter goes on it every few months. Yes, we actually made this a challenge. It's a 60-day juice fast challenge. So we made this a challenge. I know that there's a lot of people juicing right now because ever since we mentioned it in one of our videos, before we started juicing, we mentioned in videos that we were going to start a 60-day juicing fast. And then we saw a couple of channels start juicing before we actually started. So I believe they got the idea from us, whether they like to admit it or not, or, because a lot of channels will do things and they don't say like, hey, I saw this on TCG, or hey, I saw this on Santina Love, or, that's the biggest thing with YouTube is nobody likes to give props to somebody else of where they got it from. But I promise you, we were the first ones after B Loves Life that started doing the juicing on YouTube. But before we started it, other channels started doing it, which is fine. I don't care. I'm glad that other people are doing it because it's very healthy and it is going to help everybody lose some weight. And I feel like YouTube is so unhealthy right now. Everybody's overweight. Everybody's eating like huge burgers and a whole bunch of food, and like they eat a lot. And I feel like, so whoever does get on the juicing fast, I don't care where they heard it from. I'm glad they're doing it. And I hope that everybody can get healthy from doing it. And ultimately, once they lose the weight, I hope they continue to eat well afterwards. Like we're not going on a diet or anything afterwards. We're going to eat regular food. Some of it might be plant-based, but we're not turning vegan. We're not, eating just plant-based food. We're not doing any of that. But we are going to eat smaller portions, and we are going to eat more healthier if we can try, if that makes sense. So we made this a challenge. It's a 60-day juice fast challenge. And we want everybody to join in on it. And ultimately, we want you to talk to your doctor first. Make sure you're able to do this because some people may not be if they have health reasons, like maybe you're diabetic or maybe you have underlying health issues and maybe you won't be able to do this. So definitely talk to your doctor first. And then if you're able to, by all means, yes, start the juice fast. Tag us in it. We'd love to follow you along your journey as well as our journey. We are day 5 today. You guys have only seen up to day 4 videos. We're not going to vlog every single day because I found out that it's way too hard to vlog every single day. I just have so much going on. And with having to juice for 2 people, it's really, really hard. So we are day 5 today that you're seeing this. And yeah, day 5 is, not that hard. I have to say up until day 2, 3, I was struggling a little bit. And I'm not. I absolutely can drink my juice and I don't even really think about food right now. Like I was watching people's videos and them eating, and the biggest video, I have to tell you, the biggest video that got me wanting to eat something was if I watched somebody do a Wingstop. If I watch somebody do a Wingstop, forget it. I'm like, I want some wings right now. But I don't feel that way now because I know that if I ate wings or if I ate food, the only person it's going to hurt is myself. So I have in my mind now that, I can do this, and I've been strong on this whole journey. And like I showed you guys in the other video the other day, my nails are growing like really, really fast, really, really fast. Because all this juicing has all these vitamins and all this nutrition that my nails are really, really growing. Let's check out the chat now. Exactly, sis. It's life. Yes. Leo Channel, PH 1.0. Hello. Welcome so much. Abandoned Boys Gaming. Salute. Awesome host. Liked, shared. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Santina Love says, yep, you got that right. Marilyn's Family Vlog said, I did a shake for dinner only back in 2014 and lost 35 pounds. Awesome. That's awesome. Shake morning and dinner, ate normal lunch. Yeah. Well, we also did the intermittent fasting before we started this, prior to us eating normal. And that intermittent fasting does work. So I thought about after we're done doing this, that I may go back to the intermittent fasting and just stay on that for like ever, because it works. You're eating, you're not starving yourself, and you can continue to stay healthy and you can continue to lose weight. So the one that we were on was 16 and 8. It's where you don't eat for 16 hours, nothing at all. You can drink water, you can drink and stay hydrated, but during your 8-hour window is the only time that you can eat. And that would be from noon until 8 is when I generally would do mine. And so from noon until 8, I would have one meal, and you don't deprive yourself, and you don't, you eat whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. You can eat like a Wingstop dinner. You can eat like chicken, fish, whatever you want. And you eat until you're full, and then that's it. After those 8 hours, you don't eat nothing else. So let's say at noon, I ate one big meal and I got full. Well, before my 8 hours are up, if I'm still hungry, I could eat something else small, but make sure it was nothing with sugars or carbs or anything like that. So I would just watch what I ate, and it really, really works. Intermittent fasting really, really works. And honestly, I would only eat that one meal and I would not be hungry again after that. That's how most YouTubers actually eat already most of the time, because we're filming. So, when we're filming, we only eat that one meal that we film, and then we generally don't eat again. Maybe later in the day, sometimes we used to want like a snack or something, and you would have like maybe some chips or I don't know, whatever. Maybe you ate something later, like a little something. But most YouTubers generally eat one meal a day anyways. But some people that are like heavy set YouTubers and stuff, like I see a lot of people commenting hate things in their chats, like you need to lose weight, or you need to do this and you need to do that. Oh my gosh, you're gonna eat all that. But let me tell you something. What the people don't see off camera is that those people don't eat nothing else for the whole entire day. They're only eating that one meal that you're seeing them eat on camera. So most people that are being hateful or negative, they don't know that that person is not going to eat anything else off camera. They're generally just going to eat that one meal, and that's all they eat. So that's why I can't stand when people are being negative and hateful to people that are heavy set, because you don't know their life. You don't know what they do off camera. You see them for like 15 minutes on a video, and that's all you know about them. You know nothing about their life. You know nothing about what they do or what they eat. And people make all these opinions about them, and they don't know anything about them, All right, let's see the chat. Who's here? Silos Eats is back. Welcome, Silos, for coming back. Silos says, you can do it. Hello, everyone. How's y'all doing? Marilyn says, hi, Carlos. Hola, Carlos. ¿Cómo está? Santina Love says, hello, Silos Eats. Silos Eats says, hey, Maryland's fam, how you doing? Silos Eats says, hello, Santina Love. How you doing, my friend? It's been a while. Hope all is well. Maryland's vlog said, I'm good. Here working. Yes, she's working now in her new little office that I love. If you haven't seen her videos, go check out her videos, guys. She remodeled her office space, which y'all don't want to see my office space right now. It's right over there. Y'all don't want to see my office space. Like, I've been working so much. My office space has to be in the dining room. I'm in the dining room right now, guys. So I have like my kitchen table in here, and I have to have my desk in here. So there's not much space. And I was going to use the one room in this house for our studio when we first moved in, as you all know. But that didn't quite work out because Our basement gets water here. So we have to keep everything in that side room, that little spare room now from the basement. So I can't use that room now. So that's just another whole story. Santina Love says, I eat once a day and I'm good, even though it's not a good way of eating, but I'm so prone to it. You know, it's not a bad way of eating. Like when I talked to my doctor before about the intermittent fasting, and I said, like, we were going to eat, you know, from noon till 8, and for 16 hours, we weren't going to eat nothing, blah, blah. And he said that that's good. He said, that's good. It will help, you know, to lose weight. And he said, just be mindful of what you're eating in that one meal. So it's not a bad way to eat. And like I said, most YouTubers do eat like that. So the problem is what they're eating when they eat that one meal. So when I see a YouTuber sitting there eating like 3 burgers or like, you know, 5 burgers that are like this big or a whole bunch of food. Yeah, they're eating that one meal a day, but they're eating a lot of calories in that one meal. That one meal is a lot of calories. So that's not a good way to eat if you're doing it like that. But if you're being conscious about what you're eating, then eating one time a day is very good for you. Chocolate Brother is here in the house. Hey, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for coming. I'm doing good. I have to finish my juice already. I was trying to save it so I could have it while I talk to you guys. Since I don't have coffee on Coffee Corner today, but that's okay. Coffee Corner with T is going to be Juice Corner with T from now until 60 days. Santina Love says, all is well, Silos Eats. Thanks for asking. Hope you and the family are also doing great. If you guys don't know, Silos Eats has a TikTok where he does videos at now. So if you have TikTok, go over to TikTok and see him over at TikTok. He does a lot of funny videos over there. I'm always cracking up laughing at him. And Olivia says, love. Chocolate Brother says, I'm doing good. That's good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our topic today. What lessons from your childhood have most impacted your life? That is our topic today. So if anybody has any thing that they would like to share with us on that topic, if not, we're going to go ahead and end. We generally only stay on for an hour for Coffee Corner with T, with a topic, and we all talk about it. We kind of did like a million topics today, but that was our main topic today. And I hope after today's topic, you guys got to know a little bit more about me if you didn't already know. These are some of the things that I have talked about in some other videos. So if you watched other videos and you've been a ride or die and you've been here from the very beginning, some of these are things that you might already know about me and my family. Some of them are not, but yeah. My older brother, Nick, who you guys have saw spent Christmas with us from Florida. He has been on drugs for a very, very long time. Currently, he is not. He's been clean for a long time, and he's doing great. So we do associate with him, and he's been doing good. So that is why you saw him spending Christmas and New Year's with our family. If you have not seen those videos, go back and watch some of our Christmas videos and New Year's Eve videos, and you will see a lot of it, the videos are the kids and him, you know, opening presents and doing things, a lot of things we did with the family. So yeah. Miss Glow Glow loves love. Hello, sweetie. Hello, hello. How are you doing, Miss Glow Glow? Guys, if you're not connected to Miss Glow Glow loves love, please connect yourself to Miss Glow Glow. She is a very, very dear and near friend of mine. If you guys don't know, she had cancer, and she had surgery. The doctor removed all of her tumors. And right now, she's not putting out a lot of videos because she is recovering. She had another surgery after that. So if you guys are not connected to her, please connect to her channel. She does a lot of spiritual readings and things. And she's just a very, very, very dear person. So please connect to her channel if you are not already. You should be able to tap on her channel and hit go to channel and then subscribe to her channel, guys. Hello, family. How are you? Just stopped by to say howdy and God bless you all. Peace. Thank you so much for coming by, Miss Glow Glow. I hope you're doing okay and healing well. And I have been very, very busy, but I have been watching your videos and the current ones that you have put out. And as a matter of fact, I am still going to run your playlist. Probably tonight I'll do it. And maybe I will start after this live stream for a little bit, and then I'll finish tonight when I go to bed. But thank you for coming by, Miss Glow Glow, and I hope you're doing great. Santina Love says, have a great day, everyone. Totally enjoyed this tip. Thank you so much for coming, Santina Love. I appreciate you coming by and joining in on our discussion as well. Thank you. I am taking it one day at a time, getting ready to go meet with my doctor, but I am blessed. Love. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it. And no rush back to YouTube. We are all here. We are all waiting. Whenever you get back, we will be here. No rush. Absolutely don't worry about sitting down, hurting yourself, eating nothing, or taking the time to come back to YouTube until you're completely healed. We will be here when you get back. We love you. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Keeping Up with the Griffin says, this was awesome. Enjoyed listening in and spending time with you today. Thank you so much, Keeping Up with the Griffins. We appreciate you coming as well. Thank you. Every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Coffee Corner with Tea. However, today I started at 10, but I do always let you guys know if I'm going to be late on the community tab. So just kind of watch that, because I couldn't start at 9 today because I had so many things to do for my business that I was doing that I couldn't get on until 10. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And like I said, take care of yourself and each other. And we will see you in our next video. Stay blessed, not stressed, guys. Bye.